Tim, I know you're disappointed, but frustrated probably last week with the result against Treaty. What was the major kind of thing you took out of it? What was the thing that was missing most in the performance, you think?
Probably when we went ahead, I thought the first 20 odd minutes, 25 minutes, I thought we were very good, and then we just got a little bit sloppy, a little bit loose in possession, bit of a passing, probably taking too many touches, and we didn't get the second goal in the first half, which we have been doing the last few weeks, and then it just became a little bit of a more difficult game than probably envisaged. But again, I think in the grand scheme of things, I think that was the 17th game of the season, and it's probably the first time we have had a little bit of a below par performance.
Yeah, and like you would have taken halfway through the season anyway, still 10 clear at the top but unbeaten at this stage, you'd have taken that?
Yeah, of course, and that's where we have to be sort of take a step back and look where we are, and it's not a case of we can go out and just win every single game playing great football. So there was plenty of positives in the game, plenty of stuff that we can learn from and improve on, and we're hoping to do that on Friday.
Good to see Jack back as well in the squad, like more options in terms of scoring goals.
Yeah, obviously Jack back involved now, got on the pitch, so he's available now from the starting games. Malik is very, very close. He's in full training again, so it's probably going to be another week before Malik will feature in the squad. And it's great to get them back, especially with Cahill out for a few weeks now with a little knock he got on his knee as well. So it's good to get lads back at this stage of the season as well, and looking forward to getting them all going. He's had a really tough first half of the season with his hamstring injury, and he's looking very good.
Just looking ahead to Friday, Tim, like obviously another tough challenge for a team at Athlone. I know you beat them back in March at home 1-0. It was a tough game. I think they're still unbeaten at home, and they're unbeaten I think now in 8 straight matches, so you know what to expect.
Yeah, again, they've been very, very good. They're on a really good run. You're looking at the results they're picking up. Obviously, they got a 2-2 draw against UCD last time out as well, and I think they'll be disappointed probably being ahead in the game. So I think if you look at the game on paper, it's a very tough game. It was a very tough game back in March, and we know it's going to be a difficult game up there, but our away record has been exceptionally good in the second round of games, and this is the last fixture in the second round of games, so we're going to try and go finish it strong and obviously reassess where we are after the Friday night's game.
Yeah, what's key for you, do you think, now in terms of just bouncing back from last Friday with more solid performance probably, and you know, in terms of keeping that unbeaten run going, what's key for you on Friday, do you think?
Yeah, listen, I think the performance was solid on last Friday against Treaty. I didn't think we looked like we were going to concede many goals. I know they had a couple of sort of breakaways at the end of the game when we were probably pushing players further forward to try and get a goal. So on the grand scheme of things, I thought we looked fairly solid. It's just probably didn't move the ball quickly enough from middle to final third. So we look at that now on Friday, and it's more the same we've been doing for the last 16-17 games, and try and up it and improve and make them marginal gains that make a difference.
Just the last one for me, Tim. I know you only take one game at a time, but this weekend is it's a big weekend in terms of probably your biggest hurdle in keeping that unbeaten run going. You're playing the next best two teams, probably second and third. UCD on Monday, obviously Athlone on Friday, so it could be kind of a big hurdle to keep that unbeaten run going maybe.
Yeah, listen, we go for Friday first. I know it's still a cliche in that, but it really is. We look at the game on Friday, and then we've a couple of days to prepare for our next game on the Monday against UCD. So it's going to be a tough 3 days again. It's a fairly difficult journey, should we say, to Athlone. It's not easy to get there. It's a long journey, although probably as the crow flies, it doesn't seem that long, but the roads to get there make it a long journey. So we fully focused on Friday, AstroTurf as well. So and then we'll reassess it on Saturday and Sunday, and then we'll plan for UCD on Monday.
Good luck Friday, yeah.
Cheers, Alex.
Can I just get the latest on JD Newman, who's obviously stretching off the last day of the season?
Yeah, Jade is. I think he got a knock on his knee. I don't think he's anything really badly damaged or anything. We'd like to hope he'll be available for Friday. So I don't think there's any damage there. But it was just a knock he got, and he had his leg planted when a fella came in beside him. But it looks like there's no serious issue.
Yeah, because obviously people see him on stretcher, they probably fear the worst, but so you're saying obviously he's probably better than.
Yeah, I think on the pitch, I think he said he was okay to walk off, but I think the fact that the stretcher was on the pitch, I think the ref sort of said he's better off getting on it. So, yeah, I don't think there's any issues there. He looks good.
And in terms of Kyle, it was just knock, was it during the game, so it's kind of obviously a bit more serious, you're saying he's out for a few weeks?
No, it wasn't a knock, it was just we were doing a crossing and finishing drill last week, and it was the way a ball was crossed in, he tried to just open his foot up and I caught the end of his toe and just sort of jarred his knee, but yeah, we're probably looking at a call just after the break to be available, so he probably missed the next couple of games, and then we're hoping to be back for the end of the game at the end of June. So there's no really issue, it's just I need a few weeks off his feet, that was all.
Yeah, especially at their age, you have to be maybe a bit more careful with kind of bringing them back, is it, and things as well, or?
Well, I think the condition Colin's in and the way he looks after himself and how fit he is and strong he is, he'll recover quicker than a more senior pro, should we say. It's obviously the knee he had issues with last year, but yeah, so it probably was a scare at the start when you look at the swelling or whatever else goes into it, but after that he's fine. He's walking freely, pain free and all that, and it's just going to be rest for now for the next couple of weeks, that's all.
And just in terms of Kyle and Jayden, you kind of mentioned before obviously that you would expect a lot of clubs to maybe come in for them and stuff, and have you even noticed that obviously with the performances so far this season that they're kind of gaining more and more interest?
Yeah, I think so. I think Jayden's in a little bit of a different boat. He's a year younger, so it's a lot longer for Jayden to sit tight for the UK market, so I'd imagine Jade will probably get a move in the upcoming window. He's been outstanding for us as well. When you realise he's only 16, it's ridiculous how good he is for that age. Cahill's probably looking at again having a really good season this year, and then that'll bring him to just before his 18th birthday next March, and then that opens up the UK market for Cahill as well. But I think the both of them, I think, are really happy playing first team football and where they are at the minute. And listen, if they keep progressing and keep doing well, I'm sure that there'll be plenty of offers on the table for both of them.
Yeah, it's kind of something that obviously you kind of can understand obviously their ambitions and maybe kind of wish them well as well. But obviously, for the club point of view, you obviously want to get as good as a deal as possible for the two of them.
Of course, yeah. Listen, realistically, we want to keep them in the first team here. We want to develop them, win things, be successful at the club with ourselves, but the flip side of that is that if you have very talented young players and you have a massive market that's only across the short trip across the sea where the finances are ridiculous for individual players, it's a very short career. It can be over before it even starts, so you have to accept that players are going to have ambitions to go and play in the UK or further afield, and that's what we are as a club. We want to have continue the track record of players coming through our academy here and developing and going on to full internationals, Premier League in England and further afield as well. So as you can see with Jake O'Brien at Lyon, and obviously Carl Heffernan went over to Italy as well, so there's other players that have gone to Belgium and whatnot. So yeah, it's something that we're very keen on here, and the byproduct of that is that if they get in and do well in the academy in the first team as young players, we will sell the players to the UK or further afield, and that's a good business model as well for a League of Ireland club.